Hello, Untired Mama. I'm so happy to see you all today on week 3 of the Deeper Dive series. We are going to go into a lot of details, step by step, on our daily checklist. Okay, so last week I gave you a tool giving you some pieces to focus on as we start our day that are pillar. Like they're so important to get all of these in line with your mind, your heart, and your spirit in order to truly live the journey of the untired mama. But what does that look like? How does that really relate to us practically? Well, guess what? Each week, we're actually going to be going into these very specifically, hence the Deeper Dive series. So do not worry if you have not fully engaged in all of those checklists. It is not a list to make you stress. It's a list to add to the puzzle piece of truly becoming an untired mama, what that looks like, and how that actually can relate to us practically. All right, so if you don't have that checklist next to you, go ahead and pull it up, whether it be on your computer, on your phone, on your tablet. If you want to print it out, awesome. We're going to be digging deeper into the word affirmation this week. I'm really excited about this one because honestly, I believe that we miss it a lot of the times. And in our email, we talked about what biblical affirmations truly mean and the bigger difference they make. So an affirmation is a truth that we hold on to that gives ourselves powerful perspective, true identity. And so when we talk about biblical affirmations, we're talking about what God is saying about us and what God is saying about our purpose in motherhood. So let's go to the Bible. Let's go to a really common affirmation from the Bible. In Psalms, it says, "I am fearfully and wonderfully made." This is a really powerful verse that honestly, whether we're moms or not, makes a big difference. But let's pull that apart a little bit. I really want to challenge you to go word by word on verses of affirmation, on even getting the deeper perspective on the way we can continue to look at that each day. Does that make sense? So, I am. This first phrase, I believe, is one of the most powerful parts of the verse. I am means that we exist. God created us. I am. But let's get a little bit further. What does it mean to exist and truly continue to be? God formed us into existence. He formed our children into existence. What does it fully look like to continue to be? There is forward motion in the definition of be. Why? Because God is continually allowing us to become. There is a difference on just existing, and there is a huge difference on fully being in motion and becoming who we're meant to be. And that's honestly the purpose here in Untired Mama, is to dig deeper on how to continue to grow, on how to get a new perspective on life each day. So this biblical affirmation is just the beginning on many different affirmations that we can study that make a difference every day. So in your daily checklist, we talked about a lot in our free workshop, aligning ourselves with the sovereignty of God. The sovereignty of God. Once we have that piece, then continually reminding ourselves of who we are from that biblical affirmation. In the email, you got a zipped file that gave you 3 images of 3 powerful affirmations. Why don't you take a minute and go get those? All right, let's go through these 3 awesome, powerful affirmations. Honestly, adding any of these to our day is powerful. And so, number 1 kind of relates to the verse we were just talking about. I am called by God. I am called by God. That actually means what? God chose me. God chose me. I am called by Him. It aligns yourself with the sovereignty of God, and it reminds you that you are called by the Almighty. Does that make sense? It's a super powerful affirmation to truly dig deeper each morning to go, okay, exist. Called by God is the forward action. Does that make sense? I am called by God. The next one, okay, I want to kind of give a little bit of intro to this one. If God is truly sovereign, and if you are called by God, then He did not make a mistake for this day. He did not make a mistake for this moment. He did not make a mistake in putting yourself in the situation, fill in the blank. He did not make a mistake. So therefore, I was meant for this moment. It's not worrying about the next moment. It's not focusing on what was behind. It is this moment that you were created for. So number 1, I am called by God. Number 2, I am meant and made for this moment. What powerful perspective that we can have. And honestly, this visual image that can show us each morning, I was meant for this moment. It gives energy to your day. All right, lastly, okay, I honestly feel like this puts peace on your situation. This puts peace on your morning. I am His. I am His. So all 3 of these have to do with identity, but when you rest it upon I am His, then you can know that you do not have to be in charge of every moment. God has given you this moment, but it doesn't mean that it's up to you to sovereignly figure out everything in the day, to sovereignly figure out what the next moment is. Does that make sense? So I hope that these have been encouraging to you. Number 1, what does it say about number 1? I am called by God. Number 2, I was made for this moment. I am made and meant for this moment. And number 3, I am His. So these are the affirmations I wanted to dig deeper with you this week. They can be used in your daily morning routine, honestly, as you're getting the kids ready for school, as you're getting ready for your job. Continually dig deeper on what these mean for you practically. What do you struggle with in the morning? Is it worry? What do you struggle with in the morning? Is it loneliness? Is it confusion? Whatever the like, this gives powerful perspective on true affirmations that last, okay? That truly last, because I believe there are many affirmations that are not biblical, that are super awesome for only a moment. But if God has created this moment and He's created you for this moment, it's more about just the moment. It digs deeper. And so I hope you found this encouraging word about affirmation and that you can truly use these images as something that encourages you in your daily walk each morning. Next week, we will be continuing our deeper dive study. There is a difference in aligning, then affirming, and then number 3, claiming. It's going to be a powerful week coming up. Have an awesome one until then.